And we're live! Hi, everyone! Happy Wednesday! We're back! And did you know today is our 25th show? You guys have watched us 25 times.
Lucky you.
You start handing out autographs. When's PBS calling us?
Well, I'm thinking we'll raffle off headshots to raise money
We should.
for the center.
Our mom will buy one.
Yeah. To our biggest fans. Our mothers.
Yep. Oh, now I have to figure out. They changed the whole Facebook app on here, so now I have to find where the Harman Center is. This is so confusing.
101 North 65th
On Facebook.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, so I hope everybody's doing good out there as I'm trying to figure out how to get to us.
Okay, so while you're trying to figure that out, I told my youngest son, Jackson, that I would say, "Hi, Jackson!" So I had to give a shout out to him because I think he might be watching with my mom and my stepdad, Jack. So,
Well, it says Jack and Jill and Tatiana and my mom and dad are on here.
oh, see, we have our loyal viewers, our family.
And friends. Yep. Thanks, Tatiana, for watching us at the front desk.
We've just told Tatiana that she has to be our friend because it's very hard to make friends
It is, especially when you're older.
It is. I mean, because you don't really want to meet them at the bar, and
No.
that's a little scary. And I mean, then it's like you work, you go home with your family. Like, where do you make friends? I don't know. I mean, I work at the senior center, and I haven't made any here really with you guys. I mean, I know the seniors come in here to make friends, but
Doesn't work for us.
no, it's a little different.
Oh, Jackson says hi.
Oh, hi, Jackson.
So I got an anonymous tip. Thanks, Dad. Today is return of the Sith, because it's in remarks for the return of the Sith.
Oh. So, okay, you know in Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, what's his name? Chancellor Palpatine or whatever, he's the Sith. Okay, so that man, have you watched, he was in, we watched, oh no, I can't remember the name of that movie. The Lost City of Z or whatever it is. Have you seen that movie? Oh, it's based on a true story. Anyway, so the guy who plays the Sith is in that movie, and you know, like how he talks as the Sith, and I can't even mimic him because I would just be, but I'm like, who, because he looks so different, but he's got the same voice. I'm like, who is that? I'm like, oh, it's the Sith! The Sith is in here! Then it just made me not really like him.
It is hard to see some people in different roles. Like, it was the hardest thing for me to see Chris Pratt in the Guardians of the Galaxy after you watched him as Andy Dwyer in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, well, even like Jurassic World, watching him, or have you seen Passengers with him in there?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah. See, now that was hard for me to watch him in that kind of role just because, you know, you're used to seeing him in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, but if you haven't seen The Lost City of Z, you need to check it out. Like I said, it's based on a true adventure. I don't know if that's what you want to call him, but they go to Amazonia, which is the Amazon exploring and stuff. So, and him and his son wound up disappearing. So I don't ever really know what happened to them. Oh, sorry, that's probably spoiler.
By the way, you probably wouldn't say that before. Spoiler alert.
Sorry. I mean, that may or may not have happened on there. I could have been just kidding about that. But when Ashton Googled the guy, and a lot of the movie is true, but, you know, they had to fill in the gaps because you don't really know what happens when they're out there exploring. And some of it wasn't, you know, I mean, when they say true story, they do change some stuff, but it was a good movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch that one that Lori was talking about the other day, the Loser.
We watched that. That was a good movie. It's really funny seeing Captain America. What is his name? I can't remember his real name.
Chris Evans.
Yes, because he just plays this goofy, funny, like he's just so different in there. So I don't know. It was good. It was funny. I laughed.
So, speaking of holidays, since we started out with Return of the Fifth, today is Cinco de Mayo. And so we made some fun treats this morning. They are churro bars, so they're so good. We taste tested before the show because, you know, I make sure it tastes good before we tell you about it.
There's a little tiny pinch out of this one is the one I'm going to take
Well,
because I had to try it.
I ate a bar. You just took a pinch, but
yeah, because I think I've already gained weight looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
they are quite good, and you could probably make these gluten free if you just change out the flour to gluten free flour or to almond flour.
Mm-hmm. And you could substitute the sugar with like something else. Yeah. Yep.
But they're all regular flour and regular sugar.
We went all out.
Because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Why not?
So yesterday was May the 4th be with you. It's Star Wars Day.
Yay,
so
Star Wars. I
hopefully
love
you
Star
guys,
Wars.
I know, it's so good.
It is. The older ones are the best, though.
They are. The boys play with lightsabers on a regular basis. And then, let's see, today is Astronaut Day. Tomorrow is National Day of Prayer and National Tourist Appreciation Day. So, Lori, if you're watching, just so you know.
That's kind of for Lori there.
And World Password Day. I don't think I'd want to celebrate that. I hate having to make a new password. They make us make one all the time, and I never remember them in the first place because I have to change them 17 times.
Thanks, IT. If you start running out of things.
I know. Once you go through all the common things in your life, then you're like, what am I going to put there?
You have to choose something random, and then you just can't remember it, and then you like got to write it in a safe place until you can remember it. And then about the time you remember it, they're like, oh, guess what? It's time to change your password again.
And then Friday is National Tourism Day and National No Pants Day.
What day is No Pants Day?
Friday.
So I could wear just a dress.
You could.
Okay,
just don't come with no pants.
Or men can wear kilts.
They could.
Yeah. Yeah, don't come to work with
no pants.
Don't celebrate that holiday at work.
Well, if you're working from home because of COVID, you could celebrate that day.
You know what? There are people, though. So when this whole thing started, there were the people that would just dress from the waist up, and then you never knew.
Because they're just in Zoom meetings.
Yeah, so that would vary. So I guess if you want to celebrate it and you're still working at home, lucky you, you could celebrate No Pants Day at home. I, on the other hand, have to go to work, come in here, so I would just wear a dress.
Saturday is National Coconut Cream Pie Day, and then Sunday is Mother's Day. So, yay to all the mothers out there. We get a day. I hope you get pampered and lots of love from all your kiddos.
I already got my Mother's Day present from Ashton.
Oh,
he got me a Super Mario game. For the Nintendo Switch, because, oh my gosh, like, they're so expensive, and I'm like, oh, I love Super Mario. I really want that game, but I can't get myself to spend, money on it. I mean, really, I don't need it. And then it was on sale, and we were at Target, and he's like, oh my gosh, it's on sale, because they never, Nintendo never discount stuff, especially like $20. I mean, even the kid at Target was like, this just never happens. They must have been feeling very generous. So it was on sale, and he's like, I'll get that for you. So Jackson and I, we played it, and Jackson died about 55 times the first time he played it. But now, we played it again yesterday, and he did really good. Like, he only died maybe like 10 times. So I mean,
did he get mad though when he died?
No. He's like, I'm not getting mad at this. And I'm like, well, that's good.
That's house of
because
cactus.
it's Mario, and we don't need to get mad at Mario. He's like, yep, I'm not getting mad. Nope. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I do get a little if you keep dying in the same spot and you can't make it past, but so that was my Mother's Day present.
That's awesome. This week also, it is National Pet Week. So if you have pets, celebrate them.
I do have a pet. Who's a little bit literally on my poop list.
Would you like to?
So I'm going to share this story with you guys. It's very embarrassing, but my neighbor came over because I only mowed part of the yard because it was their turn to mow, and I was like, hey, I'll just mow my part and get that done. But my neighbor came over and I'm cooking. Well, my dog just goes crazy when somebody comes over, and so I picked her up, and her head was here, and then she was like long ways, and I was holding her, and the neighbor was talking, and she paused, and she looked, and I realized my dog was pooping. Poop. She pooped while I was holding her. And so I just decided I wasn't going to acknowledge it. And we were standing in my kitchen, so, it was a good place to do that. And yeah, I'm like, I'm not even acknowledging my dog just dropped 2 turds. And so, oh my goodness. And she, she was so nice, she didn't even acknowledge, she just kind of looked and then kept talking. So, I think the whole thing went very smoothly, as smooth as it could go. But my dog is older, so maybe, she just was excited and like, because, I couldn't tell she was pooping anyways because she gets so excited and, I just don't even know. Thanks, Lola, for that embarrassing moment. So, yay, National Pet Day!
It's week.
National
Pet Week.
Oh, my God.
Celebrate it all week long.
Yep.
Oh, and then May's got a ton of awareness months. And
isn't it Mental Health Awareness Month?
It is Mental Health Awareness Month, which is always a great thing. I
feel like we need to be more aware of
it, but
talk
living.
About it, yes. And because you know what? People don't like to talk about mental health, really. No. It's just kind of swept under the rug, and it needs to be something that, because I think the more comfortable people are talking about it, then, if you're trying to hide it, and I don't know, it's good to be aware of that.
We've been trying to, especially with like the wellness committee for the city, trying to get out all the things that we have with our insurance, like the EAPs that you can go visit a therapist, or different yoga, meditation, time for yourself, stretching, things to just have mindful living. And we're trying to get that all out this month. And so it's been kind of fun working with the committee, trying to put all our ideas together and put it in a calendar so then the employees can get that.
I didn't even know, honestly.
Michelle doesn't ever look at it, and I'm the president of the committee, and I'm like, did you read that? And she's like, no.
I didn't even know we had a wellness page where we could go on and look at those things. So now that I know, I will be using it. There's a lot of good information on there. And if you don't have something like that, or you're, retired, or, you don't have access to that, man, Google, because there's all kinds of stuff, even on, like, YouTube, and, it's within your reach. Just Google it. GTS, as Lori would say.
If anybody has Disney Plus, have you seen the Earth Mood show that just...
I haven't watched that, no.
It's so calming and so nice. So, it goes to a different area of the world, each episode. And it's like this calming music that plays in the background, and it slowly... It's like they took a drone and just flew it over all different kinds of beautiful nature landscapes. And so we watched the desert one. We've watched the ones in Antarctica with all the glaciers and.
I'm gonna have to remember that. Jackson, remind me.
The boys like it a whole lot, and I enjoyed it myself when we were watching it because it's just kind of neat to. It feels like you're there, and then you got the calming music, so it's very, very nice. The Disney Plus Earth Moods, check that out.
Oh yeah, I'll have to watch that.
Other things for this month, we're celebrating gifts from the Garden Month.
Isn't it kind of early for that?
I think
stuff's
so.
Just starting.
I just got everything planted because
maybe it's because they're in like another part of the world and their garden is already flourishing.
Maybe.
Ours is not yet.
It's National Hamburger Month too.
Oh.
And
month?
Month.
Oh, good Lord, that's too many hamburgers for me.
And it's Celiac Disease Awareness Month.
Oh.
So if you have celiac disease, it's your month. Eat gluten free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then Mediterranean Diet Month.
Ooh.
That actually is really good if you have heart issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then National Salsa Month.
Mm.
I love salsa.
I tried mango salsa because I've never had it before, and I went to the grocery store out in Sela. I was like, oh, there's mango salsa there. Let me tell you what, that is good, and I have never had it. Like, it's very good. It's like got the, I don't know, it's good.
It's like a sweet and spicy.
Yeah. The sweet kind of calms the spicy down though.
So since it's Cinco de Mayo, I had to look up fun facts because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Can I have one of these?
Go for it.
It's Cinco de Mayo.
So I will be putting this recipe out. These are called churro bars. I found this recipe on Pinterest, and I love churros. They're really good, but I didn't want to mess with frying and doing all that, and it's such a task to make churros the real way. So I made them bars.
This is a mix between. Oh my gosh, it's really good.
It's like a brownie churro, like you said earlier.
Yeah, but or like an elephant ear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's good. You really need to try this recipe.
I thought about making sopapillas, but there again, that's a lot of work. So you got churro bars, and we'll put that recipe out. So, 10 fun facts about Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo isn't Mexico's Independence Day. It is confused a lot of times with that, but it actually commemorates a significant battle during the Franco-Mexican War that took place in a town called Puebla. And the Mexican army, who were considered the underdogs, ended up overtaking the French and came out victorious. Mexican Independence Day, on the other hand, actually occurred on September 16th, 1810, about 50 years earlier.
I didn't even know any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I'm ready for Jeopardy. For the Cinco de Mayo category. So
families in California partied first. A few weeks after the battle, Americans and Latinos in California heard about the efforts of the Mexican soldiers through newspaper reports, and the residents in the state were so excited they celebrated with parades of people dressed in Civil War uniforms. And in Northern California, one town party with drinks, food, and banquets. It was most likely the first Cinco de Mayo fiesta in the United States.
Oh.
But FDR is the one that commercialized Cinco de Mayo.
So, really, it's more. It's more of an American celebrated.
A little bit. They celebrate it in Puebla. Mm-hmm. That town they celebrate it in, and
it's not like how. But I think we still make a.
We make it a big margarita drunken day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but FDR had commercialized it in 1933 because he wanted to help a good neighbor policy, which aimed to establish positive exchanges and relationships with the Latin American neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
So basically, in Mexico, they celebrate the military on that day, and actually, the kids in Mexico get out of school on May 5th to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Oh.
And how we always have tacos for Cinco de Mayo, it's actually
or
nachos. The most beloved dish is a mole poblano, and it's a sauce made with dozens of ingredients, including chili peppers and chocolate, served over chicken.
Okay, so Madai makes some really good
Oh
mole.
My goodness, it was amazing.
It was amazing. I had never tried it until she brought it in for us. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so good. That's good. Very good.
And Americans eat millions of avocados on May 5th because we make guacamole, obviously. So the sales for avocados boom each year, and they sell about 80 million pounds of avocados for Cinco de Mayo. That's a ton of guacamole.
I'm just over here eating. It's so good.
And just a couple other things. Los Angeles is apparently the biggest Cinco de Mayo celebration, which I'm not surprised because it's a ginormous city anyway.
Don't we have something here? Well, I mean, I don't know this year, but
we don't have it this year. But normally
usually,
downtown there's a big celebration. It is so much fun because there's music and food trucks and different little venues you can go around. There's normally like a little photo booth and a bull ride and all kinds of fun stuff for the kids to have fun at, and you can dance around to the music and just
wait, a bull ride?
Yeah, they have like a mechanical bull that they set up.
Oh, I'm like, oh good Lord, that's dangerous. You're letting the kids ride the bull?
No, there's a mechanical bull that they set up downtown because they closed off Yakima Avenue.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm so glad there's not a regular bull.
No, it's not a regular one. It's fake. And Canada apparently celebrates Cinco de Mayo in a unique way. Throwing yourself out of a plane is certainly one way to celebrate. Because of its commercial success, other countries like Malta, Australia, and the Cayman Islands in Canada celebrate Cinco de Mayo as well, and in Vancouver, the holiday is celebrated extra bizarre. The tradition is called skydiving boogie. You know it's going to be amazing based on the name alone. I don't know if I want to jump out of a plane or that's amazing.
Well, you could be like the guy that took his violin to comfort him when he jumped out of the plane.
Oh, wow. And it involves aerial acrobatics and an annual air show.
Yeah, no, thank you. That is a very interesting way to celebrate.
Yes.
You know what? Let's jump out of a plane to celebrate. Sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah, no.
And then in Arizona, one of their towns has a Chihuahua race every year to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
That's like over at Emerald Downs. I think they have corgi races and wiener dog races.
Oh, those poor little things, they got such tiny legs.
I know, but it's so cute because they're just like, I swear they have the wiener dog races, but I've seen like corgi races and they're so cute.
So those are my fun facts about Cinco de Mayo.
Interesting.
And it is sad because of COVID that we don't get to go downtown for the celebration this year, because it is a lot of fun. If you haven't been, and once everything's lifted again and they make the Cinco de Mayo celebration, you should go. It's a lot of fun. So before I get into strange news, do we want to talk about our weekend?
Yes, I gotta think what I did.
What did you do? We hung out for a little bit on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we took the boys to the park and watched Dolly roll down the hill and laugh, and then we decided we should go get Dolly. That wasn't bad parenting. It was just very funny, and it wasn't a big hill. It was just a little hill, not enough of a hill.
So when she backed up, she landed on her bottom, but then when she landed on her bottom, it was downhill, so she rolled. It was quite cute.
And the boys got sap all over them
because they decided to climb a tree, and then Jackson got stuck.
And thank goodness it wasn't very high, or else we had to borrow a ladder from Park. Is there a ladder at the Franklin pool? My son is stuck in the tree. Yeah, the sappy tree, that's the one he's stuck in.
Right? They picked the one with like the most sap. They were covered.
The sap is running all over. So yeah, I got all over his clothes. Oh, and then, let's see, I dyed my hair because I was getting a lot of gray hair.
I gotta work on that this weekend.
Trimmed the ends and then gave my dog a bath. This was before she decided to poop. And then while I was holding her, and then cut her nails and brushed her in Colleen Felipe's pink. And then met you at the park and struggled with my allergies. I don't know about you guys, but man, allergies are rough this year. Like, rough. I had to go get my allergy shot today because I just can't take it anymore. Like, I'm miserable. So.
And that's one of the reasons Lori's not here. She has got horrible allergies right now. She is at home with a splitting headache, and so
Hopefully
she
the
feels better.
Zyrtec or whatever she's going to take works, because, man, I had to finally suck it up and go get the shot.
But it's bad. Really bad this year.
Yep. So what, besides go to the park, what else did you do?
We went hiking on Saturday. We went out to the Cowiche Canyon. I think it's called Snow Ranch Mountain.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
To go see the wildflowers, and boys had fun, and
I
Dolly
can't
went
wait till
trucking
the
around.
snow melts up a little higher to go hiking. I want to start going up the pass a little more, like oh boy, my brain is not working. Not White Pass, the other pass. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Not so plummy.
No, but you know when you turn left.
410, the 410 one? Off of 12? Am I thinking the wrong one?
You know when you go up to Lake Tipsu and stuff, why can't I even think of the name of the pass? It's the allergy shot, I'm telling you. Just blame it on that.
I'm still trying to learn all the roads around here. I just put it in
Know.
Google.
I go up it all the time. So anyway, I'm just waiting for the snow to melt up higher, because that's where we kind of left off hiking. Like we're making our way around. Then I'd like to go hike Tatoosh, and I don't know when the wildflowers bloom there, but it's really, really pretty when they do.
Chinook Pass.
Yes.
That was your mom.
Thank you, Mom. I don't even know how I forgot that. I'm blaming it on the shot. That's what it is. The shot and the nachos. No, it's probably all the sugar in this.
It probably is. They are quite good, though.
I don't even know if Chinook Pass is open yet.
I don't know when it opens.
Do you know, Mom? I keep up on that.
Well, normally, like, a lot of the passes in the parks open in May. So
well,
maybe
I
it's
know
just
they
open.
were plowing, so the plow trucks start on both sides, I guess, and then they meet in the middle. And I had seen on the DOT Facebook page that they met in the middle finally. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's open. No, not yet. She says no. I'm assuming it's not open yet. Nope, not yet.
Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go up there because it's not open yet. Okay.
Just like the trails that I tried to go to the weekend before that were closed down.
I want to go to the falls. What was that called?
Tandem Falls.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's been there, but
the pictures are gorgeous.
It is. I've never even been there, and that's in our own backyard. So.
Do you have the trails out on your phone? So I love looking on there, I'll scroll around of what's closed, and then it shows you the pictures. And then what's nice about it is if it tells you if it's kid friendly, pet friendly, and how hard of the hikes you're going to be doing. Because if I get all of the kids there, and it's like uphill for 3 miles, we're not making it.
We have encountered that. There was one up Chinook Pass that we started going up. Number one, there was a bunch of ants. There was like an ant hill, so they were all over and you had to walk around. But number two, we got up there and I'm like, oh, good Lord, there's logs all over. And I'm like, yeah. And Jackson was, kind of small at the time to be climbing up around there. So we had to turn around and come back. That was not on the app. Just saying.
It maybe doesn't tell you everything. But it is nice to kind of see what's around you. And
it is.
It gives you some helpful tips. So. And you can see what it looks like before you go to. Because, there's been a couple of them that I'll look up on Google, and it'll say it's a nature trail, and then I'll get to it, and I'm like, that's kind of boring.
I like going up to Lake Tipsu at the top up there. And we went hiking, which we ran into Ken one time. It's very funny. Ken and his wife were up there hiking at the same time. I'm like, oh, it's Ken! But it's always so busy up there once the snow melts and stuff. But you actually get to see wildlife. There was a mountain goat up there, and I was like, oh, there's a mountain goat, telling people, and they're like,
I don't see a mountain goat regularly.
I know. I'm like, well, I find that there's a mountain goat. I just told random people, and they're just like, okay, apparently I'm the only one excited. I get to see a mountain goat. But yeah, it's really pretty up there. We have lots of good trails to go hiking on.
There is a lot of things really close to us.
We're lucky.
So I found a couple articles. Strange news was hard this week. Like, there was not much out there. Apparently not many strange things happen.
That's very shocking because I feel like things are getting stranger and stranger all the time.
That is true. But I did find 2 stories. This one's called the Brazil Nut Puzzle, cracked by researchers. So when you get like the mixed nuts, or in a can or in a bag, if you notice, when you open it, the Brazil nuts will normally be on the top, which I love because that's my favorite thing in mixed nuts is the Brazil nuts because they're the best.
I've never noticed that.
But they say they tested it on the theory of how it does it. So when they're put in the can, so they'll be flat, and then when it gets jostled around from going through all of the factory and then putting it in the packaging and going to the store, because it's jostled so much, they'll eventually turn upright, and then it moves its way to the top.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if you like Brazil nuts, yay for us, because you'll get them on the top of your mixed nuts. It's scientifically proven now.
We can scientifically prove that. But there are there's other things we just have no idea. So we don't know why Brazil nuts are on the top.
And then another thing is scientists have created the whitest paint ever. The white color reflects so much light, it cools the surfaces. So engineers have created the whitest paint ever, and they think it'll help fight the warming planet and global warming and all of that, because when it is put on the buildings in like 1,000 square foot area, it has the cooling power of about 10 kilowatts and can almost cut down your air conditioning bill because of the paint.
Interesting.
So that's kind of
why he's wearing his sunglasses on the back, because it is so bright. He's probably the one who discovered the paint, made it, and then he's like, my future's so bright.
My future's so bright.
My paint's bright.
Oh. So apparently
you have to paint your house that, so.
Right. Well, yeah, because then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But then does it make it really cold in the winter?
I was just thinking if somebody's driving up, are they like, and then they have to put their sunglasses on because they can't see?
People would know where you were. We're the brightest house on the block.
You know the one that you can't look at? That's my house.
So it's made with barium sulfate and a white odorless and soluble compound that's used in contrast media and X-rays and CT scans. So that sounds really safe. Is the barium stuff that you drink that's so nasty? Yes, that coats the walls of your esophagus, stomach, or intestines so they can be imaged clearly. That's what they made the paint out of.
Okay, so they can make paint out of it and it's safe to drink.
Yes.
You know what? You're fine. You just drink this. We paint houses with it. But you know what? You're fine to ingest that.
Yes. That's all my strange news. I wish I had more, but I looked this morning, I was talking with Tatiana, and I'm like, there's just nothing out there. I looked at all of my sites.
You just have regular sites?
I do. They normally have good stories.
Strange news sites.
That's what I Google, strange news, and then it brings up like 6 sites.
Woman holding dog while talking to neighbor. Dog makes a mess behind. Woman doesn't know. Woman just ignores it. That's strange news.
Yep, well, that could have made it.
Apparently this week it could have.
Mm-hmm. It's just been one of those weeks, so.
Yeah. I don't really have anything at all. No. I'm just here for the commentary.
Didn't bring any papers with you?
No, I just brought a napkin.
You did get the napkin so we can eat our bars.
For the goodies.
Although it's funny, I should have warned Jan. Jan was working the coffee bar when I put them on the plate, and I brought them out, and I said, well, I made these for the show. I said, would you like one? And she grabbed it, and I should have told her it was messy because the cinnamon sugar, and then she dumped like all the cinnamon sugar when she picked it up, because she lifted it sideways. I'm like, sorry, now it's all over the coffee bar counter.
That's messy.
So, one other anonymous tip. Thanks, Mom. is taxes are due May 17th, but you can get an extension to October. So if you haven't done your taxes yet and you need to get an extension, they're due May 17th, but you can get an extension to October. And we have not heard anything when it comes to AARP, so I don't know if they're extending it or not.
That's what I was wondering, if they were, like, they made more appointments because it was being extended. I don't know. We haven't heard anything, so.
And Linda, that normally I ask about, I have forgotten when I have seen her, and also she's on a trip right now, so I can't ask her.
Let's see, Lori had her presentations, and then she has another one coming up, what, the 18th?
May 18th.
Yep, so she'll have another one.
And that is Meridian Travel, and they are doing the Christmas in Dollywood and the Vermont fall colors. So hope I got that right. I tried, Lori. Other announcements, we're still doing our Veterans Coalition toiletry drive.
No clothing.
No clothing.
No
We've had
bedding.
lots of people try to bring that in.
Yep.
And please, new toiletries, not used.
Yeah, we have received some used toiletries.
We can't turn in used toiletries.
No, we actually have to throw them away, unfortunately. So yes, no new unopened toiletries. And for those of you that have donated, thank you very, very much.
And then we also have our mental health awareness for essential oils coming up next Tuesday. It's for sleep, stress, and emotions. We'll be talking about wild orange. So that is Tuesday at 1 p.m. It's free. Rana Watkins is the one that teaches the class. She's super knowledgeable, super friendly and sweet, and just her classes are a delight. She had a great turnout the last class. And then our Intro to Photography class, it starts next Monday. It's a 4-week class, $4 for all classes. Joel Hubble will be teaching it. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to photography, and always super helpful or any questions that you have about it. And then we've extended our China painting. That's going on for 4 more weeks. Marion Endicott is the one that's teaching that. So if anybody wants to come out,
so she can do. Sorry to interrupt. She can do, let's see, China painting, but also ceramics.
She is very knowledgeable.
Yes. So if you're interested in ceramics, come out while she's here. And we're trying to see if we can get people in here for the class. So she's staying another month to see if there's any interest. So if you are interested
in China painting or ceramics. And then we have our 17th anniversary for the Harman Center coming up on May 26th at 2 o'clock. We will be autographing our headshots for you because we know. PBS will call us one day.
I kind of feel like we could just do a city cast. It'd be fine.
Right? Come on, John Fannin. Yeah. It'd be great for the weekly news.
You would be John. You could be over there, and then you'd be like, now to Leslie, Lori, and Michelle.
Right?
Thank you, John. I'll take it from here.
And then, as always, let's make our little note. We are every Wednesday at 1 p.m., and we are decked out with our Star Wars gear for this month. And if you haven't seen those are on our Facebook. That's what I put as our picture for the event.
I did change my little Bitmoji person because Lori was like, you need to change her. You have longer hair now. So,
which I cannot believe that she still has her hair that long. Michelle is not one to keep her hair long. Normally, if it gets here, she's like, I'm going to chop it up to here. Down here now, and I'm going, why haven't you chopped it off yet?
I'm trying to catch up to Leslie, but that's never going to happen. Leslie's going to be like, what do you call the lady that's way up in the tower that's got the long hair?
Rapunzel?
Yes. Yep. I'll never touch into that.
It is getting quite long. But I haven't truly cut it in like over 2 years now.
I just can't get myself to pay for a haircut.
Well, that's how I felt about mine. Because Lori had told me how to do it. Because I was kind of hesitant.
She has her own hair.
She does, and she does a
good
fantastic job.
Yeah.
So she told me how to do it, and I'm like, all right, my hair is long enough. If I mess it up,
No,
well, I'm just going to go to the salon. So I put it on top of my head when it's wet, and I straighten it all out. I chop off. I took off like 3 to 4 inches, and I come out of the bathroom, and I show Matt, and I go, honey? He goes, what? I'm like, do you not notice anything different? Your hair's long? And I'm like,
it's been long
for a while, but I just chopped off 3 to 4 inches. So thank you. I'm glad you really noticed.
My hair is not forgiving. Like, if I mess up, you are going to see it. Like, it is just, there's no hiding it. So I have to be very careful. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to trim it and hold it out. And up, and then trim.
It actually didn't turn out bad. I was kind of worried that I was going to mess up my hair, but it didn't. It looked fine, and it's got layers to it because I put it on my forehead and just chopped off the bottom, and it's still long. It's like all the way down the back. So I guess 3 to 4 inches don't make that much of a difference if it's
not
that
when
long.
It's already long. My mother's hair is getting long. She had to chop it too. She's just been letting it grow, and I think Jack helped her chop it the other day. I was supposed to help cut it, but I don't know what happened. She never came over for me to cut it. I would like to try because I kind of want to experiment with it. I think I know what I'm doing.
So then you could do it for yourself.
Exactly. I could try because it's easier when you do it on somebody else than yourself.
Sometimes.
Next time you need your haircut, Mother, you can come over and I can try a couple things on there.
I'm not very good at cutting men's hair.
I'll try it on your hair.
Nobody's
even going to notice.
Mm-hmm. Poor Matt, he was so supportive when we were first dating. He needed a haircut, and we were poor at the time. So he was like, oh, you can just cut my hair. And I'm like, I can figure that out. That's no big deal. We ended up having to shave his head.
I gave Ashton one really short haircut, and ever since that really short haircut, he will not let me touch his hair. And he still does not forget that. He's like, you remember? You're not touching my hair. You cut my hair really short one time. No, I can't touch it. Jackson, he's like, He's pretty forgiving about it. It grows back.
The boys are fine. They don't mind doing the clippers until you get around their ears.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, we're going to chop off their ears. And I keep telling them, I'm not chopping off your ears. I'm just going around your ears. And it sounds like a dying turkey in the bathroom as they're freaking out.
Yeah.
So I let Matt do that. Matt gets that job.
Well, lucky Matt.
I have to shave the dogs. That's enough.
Yeah,
well, I have to shave
I don't
Bob,
have to shave my dog. Thank God.
I finally did shave Bob's hair.
Now he's just naked.
Yes, but he feels so much better. But I had like 4 small dogs by the time I shaved them this weekend.
That's Bella. I think she's losing, like her winter coat or whatever. But I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the hair just kept coming off when I'm combing her, and I'm like, that's like a small animal coming off of you. It was bad. I don't know. It must be their winter coat. I don't know that they're losing right now. So.
Yeah, what is it, molting? So what is it called?
Is that a bird?
No, they lose their undercoat. I'm pretty sure
that's what a bird loses its feathers.
I don't know. I've always called it that. Maybe that's the wrong word for that. I'll look that up after the show and let you guys know.
We'll let you know next time.
All right. Well, that's about all our time today. And we will see you next Wednesday. I hope that all 3 of us are here. I swear, like the past few weeks, it's been someone gone every Wednesday.
Yeah, it's hard to get 3 of us in the same room anymore.
So maybe next Wednesday. But I will be posting the recipe for churro bars. They are quite delicious. Check them out. You can interchange the flour and the sugar if you wanted to make them keto or gluten-free. And it saves you from having to fry them.
Oh, yeah, I'd much rather make them this way.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right. Easier. Well, thank you to all our viewers watching us now, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend. We will see you next Wednesday, and thank you to all our viewers afterwards. You guys have a great day. Bye.
Bye.